Hello my friends, hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do an unboxing and a flip through of the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. I've had this deck for a while and I have not gotten a chance to play with it. It just barely had plastic on it. I took the plastic off, but otherwise have not looked at these cards. So we are going to do a flip through of the cards. But look how fun this deck is. It looks like vintage Pulp Fiction paperback, hard crime, you know, all that kind of stuff. But this looks really fun, and I've been excited to go through it. So I thought I'd do that with you all. So let's get to it. The Pulp Tarot comes with a little book. Not bad on the descriptions, a little bit more than a couple of keywords. We can read through a couple of those in a little bit, but let's look at these cards. I'm so excited. So, nice box to start with. Just got a nice little paperback feel to it, which is fun. Good size box. It'd look nice on a shelf. And let's see. Got the Fool. So it's pointing out Major Arcana, card number 0. We have our Fool character running off a cliff. We have our little doggy. Oh, and the backs are fun. Oh, goodness. That is different. That is different. Get the Magician. Get all his little tools. I just think this art is so fun. High Priestess. Did you guys read vintage paperbacks when you were younger? I still like finding them. They're fun and they look good on a shelf. It's one of the reasons I was kind of drawn to this deck. Really pretty Empress there. Emperor. Hierophant. I just love kind of the vintage, kind of the wrinkles and the kind of the scuffs. There's the Lovers. Definitely throwing in that Adam and Eve symbolism there. Chariot. So this is kind of fun. It almost looks like a sci-fi feel to it. It's got a nice little 60s vibe going on there. But yeah, you got the two dogs in the car, so you still have that white and black animal symbolism in there. Very nice. Strength. Love it. Cute little pinup girl. That is a very interesting hermit. He's got his little lantern though. Almost looks like a movie poster, huh? Wheel of Fortune. This one's cute. This has more of a, maybe a vintage comic book. I don't know if you read those Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck books. Oh, that one's cool. Justice. Love it. Foxy Brown almost, right? Very nice. Hangman. The imagery on this is actually really kind of cool. He's got a little rope tied to him. But all these people here don't seem to notice him. So it's really doing that good symbolism of just finding new perspectives of things that other people aren't noticing. Very cool. Death card. Temperance. Part man, part woman, all angel. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Can you believe it? Temperance. Get the devil. You still have some good symbolism here. Not a lot of chains or anything like that. But it does say the enslaved woman and the enslaved man. That's what it says right there. The Tower. That's nice. Kind of looks like the movie Towering Inferno. Is that from the 60s, 70s, something like that? Star. Yeah, this one's even more vintage. It almost looks like a 1920s feel there, maybe 50s. I don't know, but it's pretty. It's got the little stars. Very nice. You got some wolves howling at the moon. You got that little lobster guy though. He's still there too. The sun. Well, that's a happy card. Very nostalgic. So has some sunflowers in there. Love it. Judgment. Yeah, you know. What's a judgment card without zombies rising from the dead, right? World. That's neat. They just put the little Rider-Waite in there to make sure you got the symbolism, but I do like the vintage look of that. That's pretty neat. And that is our major arcana. Now we're going into our minor. Starting with the wands. We got Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Planning for that trip. He's going to go on a safari. That looks like a party right there. I do like how kind of the wands font is similar. That looks pretty neat. It almost is like the font of the Weird Tales magazine comic books back in the day. Keeping a lot of the symbolism. That's kind of nice. It makes it easier to read, that's for sure. I love the hot rod there. I love that fire energy going on. A lot more fire energy going on there. Very nice. Now we're going to the cups. Happy little Two of Cups. I like the little symbol in the corner here too. Very paperback publisher symbol there. noir look there. It's kind of a Dick and Jane kind of look there. That's neat. Decisions, decisions. Happy family. Look at that. All their little bowling trophies. Adorable. I do like this, like, boating aspect there, where the King of Wands had all the fire, and you definitely have the water here. All right, swordsy swordsies. I think it's so fun how they kind of kept with the font here. More noir. She's a little more encircled than normal, but it's really nice imagery there. What's that? So yeah, the little picture in here in the Nine of Swords is this guy right here. That's interesting. Very cute. Looks almost like a Hitchcock movie poster there. What is it? Vertigo, maybe? Tell if he's supposed to be kind of a doctor or just a guy in a shirt. Very interesting imagery there. All right, Pentacles. Bank. We're gonna rob this, we're gonna rob that, we're gonna rob that, and we'll be rich. So it still has a little bit of that church imagery there. Still snowing, still cold. I like it. I like it. There's enough of the standard Rider-Waite symbolism in there to make these readable, I think, and it's fun and it's different and I like it. Quality is pretty good. They're kind of a glossy, not linen or matte. But yeah. Well, let's see how these babies shuffle. We're just gonna, we'll just do a little shuffle like this. And I'll do a little deck interview. Just get to know this deck a little bit. What kind of work does this deck want to do with me? How can I get to know it better? This was a new deck. I mean, I've had it pretty much cleansed already. Usually with new decks, it's not as big a deal. Oh, that popped out. Oh, whoa. Oh, you guys need to get shuffled. You guys need to get shuffled. We're not ready for you yet. If you pop out again, we'll talk. Let's just do a quick little bridge. Let's see how that works. So they're thin enough you could do a bridge shuffle. Nice. Shuffle. I just feel they need to get extra shuffled. I think with the glossies, I just tend to stick a little more. Oh, you popping out. Hi, world. I'll make you card one then. How about that? Ten of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Hierophant, and High Priestess. So when I have a brand new deck, I like to do a deck interview, kind of get to know it a little bit better. So basically, I lay out 6 cards. Firstly, we're just asking, tell me a little bit about yourself. What are your most important characteristics? And the world just popped out. I think, I'm guessing it's because this is such a unique deck. The artwork is so unique. It's kind of all over the place. I think I could do a lot of reading with this just because the artwork's just so unique. I feel like it's going to tick a lot of my boxes as far as the kind of decks I like to read, where the standard symbolism is there, but in a unique way. And yeah, literally, the standard symbolism is there, but in a unique way. So that's what that's selling me as far as the most important characteristic. Keeping with the standard symbolism, that makes it a little easier to read when you're used to the Rider-Waite style. So card number 2 is, what are your strengths as a deck? And then 3 is, what are your limits as a deck? And we have 2 pentacle cards here. With the 10's kind of a nice all-encompassing Pentacles card. It's a balance of the mundane with, you know, spirituality, the hermetic. Pentacles are all about grounding and financial stability and success. I mean, in the traditional symbolism, you have the grandpa here and the dogs. You have the boy that's kind of not getting paid attention to a little bit. And you don't really know, based on this card, if these guys are the ones that can afford this penthouse apartment or if it's grandpa here. So there's a lot of, like, as far as strengths, I'm seeing that there's going to be balance, but there's also going to be like some like hidden mysteries that I can pull from it, just basically from observing the art as I work with this deck, because it's always a little more challenging when the art changes a little bit, but that's also when, for me as an intuitive reader, that's where I get a lot of inspiration. So for this to have a lot of the standard symbolism in there, but also this like really fun art, I think I'll have fun with the balance of the symbolism and just the art, you know. But with limitations, we've got Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like the stingy card, right? So it is saying it is limited. It's not going to have 100% of all the Rider-Waite. I noticed even in the death card, I didn't see any flowers, you know. But I think it represents enough. I think there's going to be a stretch. And I think this deck is saying it's here for that. This is who I am. I'm showing up. This deck definitely is exuding a lot of personality. And it just straight up wants to be here. This card kind of represents, what are you here to teach me? And you got the Queen of Cups, which is actually somewhat related to the World card. The Queen of Cups does have the World Dancer energy. She's got her sovereignty. I mean, here she's nice and cozy. She's just here for herself. She just wants to relax, enjoy her surroundings, and take a sip of that drink. But knows that her goals and her sovereignty come through acts of love. So, you are here to teach me. I think this is saying to be invigorated and excited and going through, when reading with this deck, with the ability to give love in the messages I try to give to others. This represents, how can I best learn and collaborate with you? Oh, Hierophant. I think part of it is because, and especially with the High Priestess right here, both of these are very about studious learning, about following the rules. This one's more overt, and this one's more, you know, the mysteries that you're trying to learn. This position's like, how can I learn and collaborate with you? This position is, what is the potential outcome of our working relationship? So I think this deck will help me in challenging myself and seeing the symbolism of the Rider-Waite kind of in a new light, knowing that there is that foundation and that structure and that those meanings are there for a reason. But overall, I can go deeper and be more intuitive and learn some of those lessons by just seeing things in a new perspective, like that hangman that's hanging from the building above everyone's heads, right? I feel like there's a lot of balance. It's a very balanced deck. It wants to be fun and silly, but also very well researched and very pretty. So yeah. So that is the Pulp Tarot, y'all. Probably will show up in some videos because I definitely want to play with this a lot more. Based on the cards that you saw, what was your favorite one that popped out to you, or what was your favorite suit? And what did you think of just the artwork and the symbolism that kind of popped up there? Do you own this deck, and what do you think about reading with it? yeah. Let me know in the comments below. And I appreciate you spending some time with me and learning about the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.